Hello everyone, in this video we will explore how to find the hierarchy of employees reporting to a given manager using SQL. So this is the definition for a recursive CTE in SQL. A recursive common table expression is a powerful SQL feature that allows you to perform recursive operations within a query. It is often used for hierarchical data structures or when performing iterative tasks such as generating a sequence of numbers or traversing a tree-like structure. So this is the syntax. We start with class, and this is recursive keyword, and we need to provide a meaningful name for the CTE. So after this as keyword, within parentheses we will write base query, and we use union on, and then we write recursive query. So the base query is also called as non-recursive query or anchor query, and the recursive query must have this termination condition. So this is the main query. All this will be executed through this main query. In my previous video, I have discussed that how to print the first few natural numbers using recursive CTE. In this video, we are going to find the hierarchy of employees under a given manager. So this is going to give this output. The query outputs all the employees who are part of hierarchy under a given manager. Okay. So this is a sample table that I have created to explain you about recursive CTE. So here I have created a table with the table name employees, and I have inserted 10 employee rows in this employees table. I will provide this sample data in the description. You can use this and practice recursive CTE. Let me run this query and let's see what is there inside this table. So this is employees table with employee ID, employee name and manager ID as columns. So if you observe in the manager ID column, you can see null for the employee Alice. So Alice is the CEO, he doesn't have any manager. Here manager ID is a foreign key pointing to the employee ID of the manager. So each row in this table represents an employee, and the manager ID column shows whose their manager is. Okay. So we will write an SQL query to retrieve this entire hierarchy starting from Alice, who is the CEO. This manager ID column links each employee to their direct manager. For example, Bob has a manager ID 1. This means Bob reports to Alice. And Carol and Bob reports to Alice, whose employee ID is 1. And here Bob's manager ID is 1. Now David's manager ID is 2. So David reports to Bob. Let's see hierarchical diagram for employees under the CEO Alice. So here Alice is a CEO, he doesn't have any manager. So Alice is the starting node or root node. So Alice is at the top. So VPs reports to Alice, and managers reports to Bob and Carol, and the software engineers reports to the managers. So the recursive CTE is just like climbing a tree, starting at the root node, finding the next level of employees who report to the current level. So this will repeat until there are no more employees left. So let's write SQL query to retrieve this entire hierarchy starting from Alice. This is the query to find the hierarchy of employees reporting to the given manager using SQL. So as we discussed in the syntax, we are going to start this query using with class, and after that we are giving recursive keyword, and this is the CTE name. After this as keyword, within parentheses, I am going to write base query and union all, then I will write recursive query. So the base query finds the starting point. In this case, Alice is a CEO. Here I have specified employee ID is 1. This is employee ID for Alice, who is the CEO. He doesn't have any manager. This selects Alice and sets her as the starting point. You can replace Alice with any other manager to start the hierarchy from a different level. Next, we will add this recursive part, which finds employees reporting to the current level of employees. So here current level of employee is Alice. This will joins the employee table with the result of CTE employee hierarchy. For every employee found, it will look for employee who report to them. Then the final output will be, this will select all employees in the hierarchy under Alice. So finally this is the main query. All this will be executed through this main query. So you can also change the where condition here to find the hierarchy under any other manager. For example, The employee ID, if I specify as employee 3, for employee 3 is Carol. So this will select employees in the hierarchy under employee ID Carol. Let's write this recursive CTE query from scratch. Let's start with writing with class and recursive keyword. So after this, give a meaningful name. Let me give as employee hierarchy. After as keyword, within parenthesis, I will write base query and recursive query. So in the base query, I will write select employee ID, comma employee name, comma manager ID from table name employees. Okay. So after using this where condition or where class, I will give employee ID as 1. So which is Alice, who is the CEO. This is the starting node. Next, I will give union all. This will combine the result sets of these two queries. Union all. So now I am going to write the recursive part. Select. So make sure that the number of columns in both the select statements should be same. So I will just copy this number of columns in the recursive query from table name employees. And now I am going to join this employees table with the employee hierarchy. So this employee hierarchy table contains employee ID is 1. So let me join this. So I will give employees tables alias name as E. So in the select statement, E dot employee ID, E dot employee name and E dot manager ID. Inner join. Employee hierarchy. And I will give alias name as EH on. So the condition is E dot manager ID is equals to EH dot employee ID. And finally, let's write the main query as select star from employees hierarchy CTE name. I will just copy and paste it. So let's run this code. So you can see in the output, this is the hierarchy of employees reported to a given manager who is employee ID 1, who is Alice. So if I change this to 3, now employee ID is Carol. Now we will get the hierarchy of employees reporting to the given manager. So let's run this. So those are the employees who is reporting to the manager Carol. So this recursive CTE queries is useful in HR systems to track reporting structures. It is also used in e-commerce for nested categories or dependencies in project management. I will provide this recursive CTE query in the description. Keep practicing. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more SQL tutorials. Thanks for watching.